TIFU by showing my mom a drawing of my sleep paralysis visitor. I get sleep paralysis. I have for the past few years off and on. Usually every couple of months I'll get a sleep paralysis dream. I've talked to my parents about it before. The fuck up is not that they know. The fuck up is that I decided to try drawing what I saw over my bed last night and then sent a picture to my mom. Now, my parents are hella Catholic. Like, homeschooled for 6 years and went to church every day Catholic. Like, when things go bad in life my dad wholeheartedly believes it's the devil actively attacking us, so we lose our faith. Which explains their reaction when I showed them this picture. Cue the panicked phone call from my parents who now believe the devil visits me in my sleep. I spent 30 minutes on the phone with them trying to find a Bible or a rosary so my mom could sleep without worrying my soul would be stolen. They want me to talk to a priest and get my house blessed and use holy water every time I enter. The next time I visit them, I may end up in an impromptu exorcism. Wish me luck. TL. Doctor, my mom thinks the devil visits me at night. TIFU by being broken up with over a TIFU post. So I recently made a post on this sub about how I accidentally grabbed my sister's ass and said I'd love to fuck her. Said post made front page 1 think. If you didn't read that post, what happened is my girlfriend and sister switched rooms and my girlfriend forgot to tell me and I didn't notice. In which I then grabbed her ass and said I'd love to fuck her. My sister laughed it off. Mind, this happened about 3 months ago. My sister told my girlfriend about the incident and they got a good laugh out of it. Well, my first name is Maximum. My username is u/Maximum Waximum. It's stupid, I know. So my girlfriend got on Reddit and sure enough, there was my name. Yeah, boy, Maximum posted about his fuck up online. My girlfriend calls me. She proceeds to say how I exposed my privacy and asks myself, which is bullshit. It's just my first name. Well, she was already controlling and manipulative. She broke up with me. End of story. TL. Doctor, I posted about accidentally grabbing my sister's ass on this sub. My girlfriend sees it, says I exposed her privacy because my uncommon Aish first name is in my username. She then breaks up with me. TIFU by inviting new neighbor's daughter to my kid's birthday party. TL. Doctor, at the end. New neighbors just moved into a house down the street. We have seen each other couple of times from quite far distance, but we didn't have a chance to talk yet. Only thing I knew, he was living with his daughter, since I saw them getting out of the house for a walk couple of times. It was the day before my daughter's birthday when I decided I will go to them, introduce myself and ask if his daughter would like to come over for my daughter's birthday party tomorrow. I thought it's a great way to get to know them better. So I knocked. The guy opened the door. I introduced myself, said I live nearby blah blah, and said my daughter's having a small birthday party tomorrow and I believe it's a perfect way for his daughter to meet the other kids from the neighborhood and have some good time. The guy gave me a weird look, and at this point I was wondering if I said something wrong, sounded creepy, or whatever, so I added, if you feel more comfortable, you can stay as well. He exhaled and at that point I was pretty much sure I did a major foo. I don't have a daughter. Who you are referring to is probably my wife. She's just short. We've moved out shortly after asterisk. TL. Doctor, I asked my new neighbor if his daughter would like to attend my daughter's birthday party. Turns out it's his wife who's short. TIFU by showing my doctor a photo of my yeast infection and her realizing I peg older men. At the beginning of quarantine, so late April, I ended up with a super itchy vagina and self-diagnosed myself with a yeast infection. Now, I've never had one before, and the internet states go to your doctor if this is your first time. However, right around this time my father had started a new job, meaning that we lost his old job's health insurance, so my mom decided to just buy me some Monistat, OTC yeast medication, and pray it away. It went away, but came back a few weeks later right when my dad finally got on his new job's medical insurance. I documented the first yeast infection, mostly for me to see, and showed it to my mother. I still had the photo on my phone, and saved it into my hidden photos album on my iPhone. Now here's the slightly important part. I'm highly into BDSM/kink. I do some side dominatrix work and would document photos and shared it onto FedLife, a BDSM site, to garner more clients. I'm a 20-year-old black girl and you'd be surprised at how many 30y.0 plus older successful men love that stuff. It's just my niche and I love it. So, fast forward to me going to my doctor. She checks me out. I do have a yeast infection, but it's not as bad as the first one. Gives me my prescription yada da. I'm like, can I show you what the first one looked like? It was so gross and weird. And she's like, sure. So I show it to her. She then tries to zoom out of the photo, which closes the photo and goes back to my hidden photos album. The photos surrounding it were of older men, me pegging them, toys, etc. She simply says, I'm so sorry, I was trying to zoom in, and I'm like, haha, no, it's okay. Here ya go. She looks at the photo and is like, yup, yeast infection. Okay, well, let me walk you out. We say our goodbyes and now I feel like I can never go back to her. TL. Doctor went to the doctor for a possible yeast infection. Showed her a photo of it. She tries to zoom in. Accidentally clicks out of the photo showing my photos of me pegging men who are obviously way older than me and other things. TIFU by almost killing myself. Didn't happen today, happened yesterday, but only just thought to post it here. Also, this was an accident. Before you read on, I was waiting for my sister to finish using the bathroom, and it was taking a while. I decided to sit on the windowsill and wait. Before I go on, I need to say, this window opens out far, and it's really big, on the second floor of the house. Anyway, as I'm waiting I'm getting bored, so I leant back on the window, which shifted open, and went out far. I quickly jumped forward, and remembered that this day was very hot, and the window was usually locked shut, so I turned around and sure enough, it was shut, but not locked before. If I would have fell I would have landed on my back on cold, hard concrete. TLDR, got bored, leant back on window, almost full sended out to the thing. Edit, fixed words. Edit 2, I just wanna clear up that I'm thankful I'm still alive and really won't be as stupid from now on. Also, I'd like to thank everyone who commented about what it's like after a near-death experience. It really is different. I get shivers walking past the window lol. Edit 3/100 upvotes, THX. Edit 4 fix more words. TIFU by trusting strangers on Reddit. This happened yesterday. It's a pretty big fuck up. So there's a subreddit that allows you to borrow money from strangers, then you pay them back later on in life. I used that subreddit before and met an amazing loaner. It was perfect. So when another loaner asked if I needed help I said yes, because I do. The second loaner was a little sketchy to say the least, but I'm broke, poor, and desperate, so fuck it, right? They wanted to send me a check, but after sending me the check I needed to send a portion of it to their grandfather. That's strange, why can't they just send it themselves? Red flag #1. They asked for my ID. I said fuck it, I'm desperate, so sure. After sending my ID I asked them not to kill me or steal my identity. Their reply, why would I kill you, but said nothing about stealing my identity. Red flag #2. The first check didn't go through. The second time I sent it my bank got locked. What the actual fuck, right? Bank calls and it's a counterfeit check. This stranger has my ID, my bank account is locked, and now I'm pretty damn sure this stranger will be signing counterfeit checks with my signature, because my dumbass sent them a picture of my ID. There are so many red flags in this story. I should never have sent a random stranger my ID. I was desperate. And now my identity will be stolen, and my bank is locked, and I'm still broke. Moral of the story, don't trust everyone you meet on Reddit. People suck. TL/DRI was stupid and sent a random loaner on Reddit my ID. They sent back a counterfeit check. Pretty sure they stole my identity and now my bank account is locked. TIFU by spending the morning naked in bed. So here is the story. I was staying at my boyfriend's house. I rarely sleep naked, but this time I decided to, since it is really hot here at the moment. The next morning I have a free day and he get to work on school. We opened the window and the curtains for some fresh air. No biggie, he lives really high up, so it's not like anyone can see you. I decide to play some cookie clicker on my phone and start hearing someone whistle a song I like. I'm casually enjoying it in the back of my head until it hits me. Wait a second, if he lives so high up, why is there someone whistling outside the window? Oh wait, he got a mail about the windows getting cleaned. I feel my brain starting to freak out as I turn my head to the window. There he is, a gentleman on a type of lift thingy whistling, having the time of his life most likely. He looks at me with the biggest grin as I look at him. I quickly grab a blanket and yell for my boyfriend to close the window. Once he realized what was happening, he started laughing his ass off as he closed it for me and came to give me a hug. At least the window cleaner must have a fun story to tell now. TL. Doctor, I forgot they were going to clean our windows on the day I decided to lay in bed naked all day. Window cleaner had a great day, I did not. TIFU by texting my son in the middle of the night. So we were leaving on a trip a few months ago. I work night shift. We were leaving as soon as I got home. I'd get home around 6 AM and then sleep in the car while my wife drives. This saves us a bunch of time. I remembered something I forgot to tell my 13-year-old son. He's the oldest of 4. So I text him, not even realizing that it's like 1 in the morning. Didn't think anything of it, but I get a call about an hour later from my wife. She's laughing so hard she can hardly tell me what happened. My son got the text, but was so sleepy he didn't even think about what the noise was. He assumed it was his alarm and got up to get ready. Well, he wakes the other 3 and tells them it's time to go. So he showers and gets ready. They all get up, get dressed and get their luggage ready. He goes to get my wife and doesn't know why she's still in bed. She's always the first up. Then he looks at the clock and it's like 2 AM. Then he sees my text and realizes it wasn't his alarm. I guess I'm lucky he's so responsible. TL. Doctor was leaving on a trip early. I worked the night shift and texted my son in the middle of the night. He woke everyone up and made them get ready cause he thought the text notification was his alarm. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed.